TikTok is on fire right now. For those who don't know, TikTok is growing a lot. It's becoming one of those platforms that your business cannot ignore. There is lots of money to be made through TikTok, not only on the organic side, but of course in this tutorial we're going to be talking about how to build ads for TikTok and to bring in more revenue for your business. TikTok is an incredible platform. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I'm excited that you're here to learn how to run TikTok and TikTok ad campaigns. In this video, we're going to be going through step by step on how to set up everything. This does assume that you already have a TikTok ads account and a TikTok business center. If you don't have those, then check out this video right here. And in that video, I walk through how to set up your account. And then now we're going to actually talk through how to start running campaigns and optimizing those campaigns for TikTok. One other thing before we jump in, if you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe. My name's Corbin from zocomarketing, and I create lots of content around TikTok marketing and all sorts of different aspects of marketing as well. Google ads, Facebook ads, different things like that. So if you're new, welcome, and don't forget to leave a like if you find value in this video. But let's jump right in. Like I said, if you don't have a TikTok ads account, check out the video down in the description below or up top and go create your account and then come back to this one. But we are going to jump into actually creating this campaign. So this is the TikTok Ads Manager. This is what it looks like. As you can see up here, we have dashboard, campaigns, assets, reporting. This is where you can see which account you're inside of. And this is a brand new account, so we don't have anything kind of going on inside of here. I want to show you how to set up some different settings inside of here, and the first things you need to do. After you have your account, the first thing you're going to want to do is actually come here to assets. You want to create on events, and you need to set up your pixel on your website. And the reason why this is important is TikTok needs to be able to know when users are hitting your site, when they're actually getting purchases or filling out leads, so that then you can optimize those campaigns for better performance, so you can know your cost per conversions essentially. So if you have an app, you would obviously click manage app events, but most people watching, I assume, are going to be on web events. So we're going to do manage web events. And then we are going to create our pixel. And if this is your first time inside of your ad account, then you'll see the exact same thing. As you'll notice, there are two different ways. You're going to have a manual install code and automatically set up web events via partner platforms. If you are using Shopify or Google Tag Manager, I do have tutorials that I run through how to set up your pixel for Shopify and for Google Tag Manager. You can check out those down below. For this one, we're just going to do it manually real quick. I know that there's lots of different website builders and things like that. So this can kind of, it can be done in lots of different ways, but I want to show you an example here real quick. So like I said, if you're on Shopify or Google Tag Manager, check out the links below, and I go follow those real quick and then come back to this video as well. And then we're going to hit next here. And then we want to just do standard mode. We're going to hit create here. And then now we have this pixel on that we are going to copy the pixel code. And it's going to say paste this code in the header section of your website. For this example, we're going to do it in a WordPress website. Go to plugins. You can add a new plugin. I like the plugin headers and footers is the one that I use. Let me see. Let me just show you an example of what it looks like. Header and footers. And if you already have the pixel on your website, feel free to skip through. We'll have timestamps down below. But is this one right here that I like, insert headers and footers. Once you have that installed into your WordPress website, you can come over here to settings. You'll notice that it is right here. And this is where you can edit or add code really easily to your site. As you notice, I have code already inside of here. Just make sure that you go and go beneath those ones. And then we have the TikTok code, and that is inside the header. If you need to put code inside your body or footer, you could do that as well. Then we're going to hit save. And now that code is inside of there. So we're going to come back over to TikTok. It's somewhere around, floating around here. We're going to paste our URL now. So we're back on TikTok. We're going to grab our URL. We're going to paste it here and verify that that pixel is now working correctly. We're going to hit verify. Sometimes this does take a second to publish or to load. So if it doesn't work the first time, maybe wait a couple of minutes and then come back and try it again if you get like an error or something like that. So we're going to wait for this to verify real quick. So we're going to try and verify this one more time because it is inside of the header. And it has been about 5 minutes and I'm still getting this error saying your pixel code isn't installed correctly, even though it is. So as you can see, we had to wait a little bit for this pixel code to get verified. If this happens to you, just give it a couple of hours. I went to bed and then woke up the next morning and it was verified. Usually I see it verify a lot faster for whatever reason. This time though, it was a little bit slower. So wait till you have this inside of there. And then now that we have the code pixel installed on our website, now we can actually go through and create the events. This is either for a lead or a purchase or whatever's important on your website that you want to fire. So we're going to hit next here. And this is going to take us to a screen that gives us two options. You can either create your event based on a URL or create your event based on event clicks. If you wanted to track specific buttons or where people are clicking, this is going to be the option. If you wanted to track maybe a thank you page or a confirmation page, this is the route you'd want to go. Here we're going to do a confirmation page. So we're going to do subscribe to an email list. So basically when somebody comes to my website and fills out this little email form right here and subscribes, I want to track that as a conversion. So when we come back over here and after the URL contains thank-u for this specific thank you page. And that is what we are going to have this be. You could go through and add advanced settings inside of here. I'm not going to go over it. Just keep it simple. Whatever the URL contains, you can add it there. We're going to hit save. Now, whenever somebody goes through and fills this out, TikTok is going to count that as a conversion. And then it's going to ask us for a quick survey here. It may or may not ask you for that. And then we're going to just hit exit here. And then now we have successfully created our conversion event. We're just going to refresh this page real quick so the event shows up in here. And there we go. So now we have our page view event, and then now we have the subscribe event. So as you can see, this started running last night, obviously, because I already have a 431 page views on here. And then once we start getting subscribes, you can go through and do that. If you wanted to test the event, you can come into this test tab and do that. Just to keep this video somewhat short, I'm not going to go through and do that. If you want more information on testing events and things like that, check out the resources down below where I go through a full pixel setup. But I just want to make sure before you start running TikTok ads that you are aware that you should be setting up a pixel and creating these events inside of there. So now that we have that out of the way, let's actually go into creating our campaign and setting that up. So we have the assets here, and we're going to scroll over to this tab where it says campaign. And we're going to start over. And you're going to notice a couple of different options here right from the beginning. If you are familiar with either Google ads or Facebook ads, the structure of TikTok ads is very similar. So you have your advertising objective, you have your campaign, you have your ad groups, and then you have your ads. And then inside of here, you can do a couple different things. You can keep it on a custom mode, which is what I recommend. It gives you more options, more targeting. Or if you wanted to really keep it simple, or you just don't want to get into the details of who you're targeting, which I don't recommend, you could go move over to this simplified version. For this tutorial, we are going to be doing the custom version though. I don't know why I just clicked that button. So we want to go back over to the custom, but just want to show you that you do have that option if you did want to use it. So this is going to switch back over here. And the first thing we need to decide is our advertising objective. Over here, you can see there is awareness, consideration, and conversions. Awareness is just if you're literally trying to get awareness to your brand. Very rarely do I recommend people going through and running an awareness campaign. Just a quick overview of these. Obviously, traffic is getting more people clicking on the links inside of your video, getting just as many people to the site as possible. App downloads is an app install. Video views is if you just want to get as many views as possible on your video. Lead gen is to collect leads for your business, and you can actually do a specific lead gen form, kind of like a Facebook lead gen form, where if the user clicks, they can fill out a form directly on TikTok instead of going to a website. And then community interactions is just getting likes, comments, shares on your TikTok videos. And then finally, conversions, which is the one that I either recommend starting with traffic or conversions, especially if you've gone through and set up a conversion action. That's why I went through and did that at the beginning of this video, because it is very valuable to your business. So we're going to, for the purpose of this one, we're going to keep it simple though and go with traffic. And then we're going to give this a name, traffic test campaign. And then here you do have the option to create a split test. If you're just starting off, I recommend keeping it simple and not checking that box. And then you can campaign optimizate, budget optimizations. We're gonna leave that unchecked as well. And then budget, we do want to set a limit. So this is really important. If you don't want the TikTok going through and spending a lot of your money, make sure you uncheck this and give yourself a limit. You need to start with at least $50 a day to start running these TikTok ads. We're gonna hit continue here. And then now it's going to ask for an ad group name. Typically for the ad group name, I like to name this based off of the audience targeting that I'm going to be doing. For this one, we're going to be targeting people who have interest in cars, because we're going to be selling a kind of a tire pump thing for your car. Interest, yeah, kind of a horrible description, or not a super descriptive ad group, but it gives me an idea here. And you'll notice as we go through and adjust these summaries here, you notice on this right hand, or as we adjust this targeting, you're going to notice that this audience size will fluctuate, this little meter, fairly broad to very hyper specific or really broad. And it will give you an idea of how many people you will reach with the targeting that you currently have and the budget that you've given TikTok of that $50 a day for this case. here is where you have the promotion type. You're gonna do website, and then you do want to use the TikTok pixel to track your website. So we're gonna click there, and this is where it's important that we follow the step in the very beginning to actually create our pixel. Here we have our test pixel, and it is active. And then here we can choose an optimized event if we would like, and this is where we're going to see that one that we created here, subscribe. You can see there's no recent activity because we just created that, but we could also optimize towards this route. And so we are going to optimize towards that subscribe button. And it's going to give us this little warning just because this is a new event that your ad performance might be impacted because we haven't received any events from the conversion action. So if you don't want to start off with a conversion action and you just want to run website clicks from the beginning, so a lot of times that's what I do start doing just to give the algorithm enough data to learn for that event specifically. But we're going to continue on from this point. Now we run into placements, and this is where you can select the placements where you want your ads to show on TikTok. They recommend going with the automatic placements. I do recommend coming through here and selecting these placements. I have not personally had much success with this newsfeed app series or this one right here. I like to show just on TikTok itself. These are other partner platforms for TikTok, and they just haven't performed super well for me. So I recommend unchecking those. You can test them yourself though if you want to run automatic placements. I do recommend keeping user comments enabled and video downloads. If someone runs through, you want your ad to look as native to the platform as possible. And so if there aren't comments or things inside of TikTok, it makes the ad basically look like a sore thumb. And so I do recommend having user comments. Sometimes you may get negative comments or whatever it may be, but that's part of how TikTok works. We're going to leave video download checked as well. And now we have the option for this creative ad type. I've tried this a couple times and haven't had much success. I actually like creating my own video and uploading it and optimizing it towards best practices that I've seen. But this does, if you did want to do an automated creative optimization, you could check this box, but for this one, we're going to leave it unchecked right now. And then now is kind of where we get into a little bit of the fun part. This is where you can actually go through and target. You can select your targeting inside of TikTok. I'm going to briefly run over this. If you want more detail on TikTok targeting options, I do have a full video that talks about just these TikTok ad targeting options, but I do want to give you a high level overview of what they look like. If you're interested in that, you can check out the links down below for more resources. But essentially it's broken out into a couple different parts. So we have our audience right here, we have our demographics, we have our interests and behaviors, and then you have devices as well. So first thing with audience is this is when you can go through and create your own audiences. These are things like email uploads or lookalike audiences based off of the pixel, all sorts of different options like that. Like I said, if you want to learn more about this kind of option, how to create these audiences, check out that video down below. Next, we have demographics where you can target based on location. For this one, I do want to target in the United States. Now, I have had a lot of people reaching out to me that are creating ad accounts outside of the United States and wanting to target people in the United States. From right now, my understanding, unfortunately, is that if you are creating a TikTok ad account outside of the United States and want to target United States users, TikTok, for whatever reason, does not allow you to do that. There are a lot of different workarounds to get a United States TikTok ads account, but unfortunately, just know that because I get that question a lot. I don't know why it is, but the only way around it is to actually get a US-based TikTok ads account. So just keep that in mind for those who are located out of the United States and want to target inside of the United States. Gender, you can target male, female, all. You can target all different ages as well. We're going to leave that as is. And then interest and behavior, this is where you can really get granular with the targeting. The first one that we have here is the interest. And you can search all of these different interests. As you can see, we have education, vehicles, transportation, baby, financial services. Like, these are really granular. I do recommend just coming in here and clicking down in all these different drop downs for whatever your niche may be, so that you can get familiar with the different targeting options that may be in here. So for me, I am going to be targeting people that are interested in the auto auto accessories category. So I actually wanted to target all of these different things because what my video is about is selling a portable car pump tire, basically, and you'll see what that looks like here in a second. So we're going to target those kind of interests. And then here is behavior. And this is very powerful as well. So look at interest as things that people have a long-term view on, content that they constantly interact with over a long period of time. Behavior is more things that people have interacted with very recently, right? So if I'm looking to buy a car, chances are I haven't been looking to buy a car, the past 2 years or whatever. Usually the last 7 days or 14 days may have been really intense searching for a car or different things like that. So sometimes the way we search over the last 7 or 15 days can be really heavily skewed towards a certain item, which is an indicator that they are likely to buy those. So this behavior targeting is actually my favorite kind of targeting inside of TikTok because it's really high intent for a social platform. So what you can do is you can target people who have watched till the end, liked, commented, or shared videos that are related to the different categories inside of here. So for these autos and vehicles, if we wanted to target people who are interested in cars, trucks, and motorcycles, we could do that. And it's people who have watched till the end, liked, and maybe commented on videos that are related to that over the last 7 days. So it's a very targeted audience, people that are interested in these different kind of things. This is the most powerful audience that I found, is to actually have the behavior. If behavior doesn't work and it's too small of an audience, then I will go through and add a interest audience inside of there as well. And then last here, we have behavior creator interactions. So this is where you can come through and do follow or view profile of the same kind of things as well. So a lot of different powerful targeting options that you can do inside of TikTok. Last thing is device. You can target by specific devices, Android, iOS, connection type only to Wi-Fi carriers, and then any price. You can specify as a price range of that person's device. This is good if you are selling like a luxury product and you know that certain people can't afford your product service. You can target really high income, or you can target high price phones to kind of qualify some of those interactions inside of there. So a lot that you can do inside of this targeting options. For now, we're going to leave it at this with the interest of auto accessories, and then people who have watched to the end, like, comment on videos that are trucks, cars, trucks, or motorcycles. Continuing on to the budget and schedules, and you'll see here that our audience is fairly broad. And to be honest, I have noticed inside of TikTok, you don't want your audience to be super, super narrow, because it doesn't give the algorithm enough wiggle room to like go through and test and to show to the people that they have the back end data for. So I typically like this meter to be somewhere in fairly broad. I don't like it to be towards this end, and I don't like it to be towards this end. I kind of like it to be somewhere in the middle. That's where I tend to find the best results. Last thing that we have here is the daily budget, and this is where you can do at least $20 for the United States or whatever it may be. Now keep in mind, this is for your ad group. So for our whole campaign, we did a $50 budget, and then this could be one ad group where we're saying we're allocating a $20 budget to this, and then maybe we create a separate ad group where we're targeting maybe people that are interested in another interest essentially. Then that one could be $30, and that would equal our $50 max spend on our campaign. Here you can go through and add a schedule. You can have it run continuously, or you can select specific times, which is really nice. If you had a product or service that was only you think sells during specific times of the day, you could go through and customize this. I do recommend taking advantage of this feature if you would like to. Then we're going to clear all on that. We're just going to keep it wide open for now. And then the last thing here is we have the bidding and optimization, and you'll notice the optimization goal is a click here. This is based on what we chose on the very beginning on our click settings. We wanted traffic. Here you can choose your bid strategy. You can either have a bid cap or lowest cost. I like to go for the lowest cost, and there are a couple of different strategies inside of here as well. So now that we have that done, we're going to hit next, and we're going to move out of the ad group and we're actually going to go into the ad itself. And here we are at the actual ad creation. This is where you, of course, come through and create your ad. You're going to notice a couple different settings here. The identity. There is this thing called TikTok Ads account, or TikTok Spark Ads. TikTok Spark Ads are basically taking an organic video either from your own account or from an influencer's account, getting an ID that you associate with that, and then running that organic post as an ad. If you want to learn how to set that whole process up, I do have a video on that. You can check it down below in the resources as well. We are not going to be creating a TikTok Spark ad for this one. We're just going to be creating a regular ad that we upload. The advantage of doing a Spark ad is that all of the hearts, comments, and likes are shown on the video, so it has more social proof. So if you do have the option to go through and create a Spark ad, I do recommend, if you have that luxury, to go through and do that. And all you need to do is click on this and then follow the video down below on TikTok Spark Ads to learn more about that. Now here's where you can set a custom identity if you wanted to change the display name. For us though, we're going to just keep it the same at House to Home DIY. And you can change the avatar here if you'd like as well. I do recommend setting your business avatar to make it look more professional. You can come through and upload the image right here. I don't have one on hand, but I do recommend you go through and do that. Next, we have the actual ad format. Now, I did mention you can do a couple different things here. You can either do a single video or a collection of ads. Now, I personally have found the most success with just running a single video because the video is very much like TikTok. It looks like a TikTok organic post, and it just kind of lives inside of the feature. So we're going to upload this ad that we have inside of here. We're going to do a single video, and then we're going to hit upload. I'm going to grab my downloads here, and I have this video upload. Now, of course, with TikTok ads, of course, the video needs to be in a TikTok format, the vertical format, and you want it to look basically as much like a normal TikTok post as possible when you're creating these. That's kind of the best practice, and we'll wait for this to load in. And then as you can see, we have success here. We're going to hit confirm. And then we now need to go through and add text. That's why it's giving us this little error right here. And as you see, this is just a quick little ad for a video for this little Amazon must-have thing for a tire pump, essentially a portable tire pump for your car. You can come through and you can change the thumbnail here. You can also do the TikTok video editor to change the video a little bit if you like. I personally like to edit the video outside of TikTok, upload it so it's all ready basically to go. And then here's where you can go through and add the text that's going to show right underneath this little sponsor thing. So let's write out a quick little blurb about this. Okay, so you only have like 100 characters inside of here. I like to keep these really short, really small, and I just put every car owner needs this basically inside of here. This is where you can come through and test this ad copy if you'd like. Next, we have the destination page and the actual call to actions. There's this cool little feature with dynamic that is automatically checked. Now, I do recommend if you are going to run with this dynamic, essentially TikTok will go through and optimize the call to action that is going to get the most clicks for your ad. I do recommend coming in and clicking on this little edit text options and only having ones checked that make sense for your business, right? So for this one, learn more would be good. View now, check it out, order now. Sign up wouldn't be good because we're not getting them to sign up for anything inside of there. And then we want watch now, no. So basically just go through and make sure that these make sense for your specific video and call to action. So we're going to now hit confirm, and then we need to give it the following URL. We are going to send them just to, this is a test account. If this was a real ad, obviously I would have like a full checkout page for this specific one. We're just going to send them to a page on our blog site where it has a link to that, a link to this tire pump. So we're going to add it here, 6 top tools for DIY beginners. And then we do need to click and check this box. Last, it is checking the URL. And then here's where you can come through and make sure you are using your pixel. So use the TikTok pixel. We have the test one that we set up in the ad group level. And then here you can go through and add your UTM tracking parameters if you would like to do so. Once you are happy with the outcome, if you want to preview what the ad looks like, you can click it here and see exactly what that looks like. I'm not going to go through because the audio will kind of mess things up, but you can click through and see exactly what it looks like with your logo, how the sponsor is going to look like with the promoted music and everything. And that is basically everything there is to the actual ad setup process. You can name your ad here if you'd like. And then the last thing is to just go through and submit. Because this is just a test account, I'm not going to go through and submit this one specifically. And once that is submitted, basically when you come back to your dashboard, you're going to come back over here and you're going to see something that says it's going to show that the campaign is active or it's being reviewed currently. And it will show right inside of here. If you click in your campaigns, you'll see all the different campaigns that you have and the ones that are running inside of TikTok. And that's everything that I have for you today. Hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe down below if you are new to the channel, or hit that like button, and we'll see you in the next video.